25 years ago, my husband and I could barely afford to go and visit the Great Barrier Reef, but we did. And as we dove in the water of the Great Barrier Reef, we were surrounded by corals and fish and colors I'd never seen in my life before. It was one of the most magnificent things I've ever seen. Fast forward, and then very recently, only another, I think it was maybe about a year ago, my husband and I went to the exact same place that we had been all those years ago. Now this time we could do it a little bit more fancy, but we got into the water at the outer reef in the very same place that we had been only 25 years earlier. But I was heartbroken because what I really saw was white bleached coral and not enough of the marine life that I had enjoyed all those years ago. Now, whether you believe in global warming or not, it's kind of irrelevant. 46 scientists have said that the bleaching of the Australian Barrier Reef is because of heat waves that have been created. When it comes to paying attention, I believe that we have a responsibility as global citizens to pay intentional attention to the planet on which we live. I want my goddaughters, Maddie and Ava, to be able to experience the beauty and the wonder that is the Australian Great Barrier Reef. Now, maybe you are not about saving the planet. Maybe you don't care about the oceans, but chances are you have an awareness of global attention. There are so many organizations that have decided to really make sure they're paying attention to their global community. It could be that you want to pay specific attention to the community you serve. As a speaker around the globe, I'm part of the National Speakers Association. And so my organization has a National Speakers Association Foundation. I've served on the board of the foundation. And that is set up to help speakers in need in times of natural disasters or health issues. They also provide scholarships and give opportunities to people who might want to study in the profession. You see, there's so many ways that we can easily be better global citizens with the resources we have. In 1987, Ian Kernan was sailing around the world on a solo yacht race, and one thing that got his attention was the amount of crazy pollution that was in the ocean. He came back to Australia and he decided to set up what was called Clean Up Australia Day. Now that very first day, I remember it because I remember volunteering to clean up in my community, which seems crazy that you would get people to take a day off and clean up, literally picking up rubbish or trash as we call it in the US. You know, if you fast forward, it was so successful that Ian then created Clean Up the World. And in 1996, the very first year, he partnered with global alliances. There were, I want to say, I wrote down some statistics. There were 30 million people involved across 80 countries in that very first year. One man's vision, just to start cleaning up the waterways, became this ripple effect that has come across the planet. I wonder if there's one thing that you could do as a global citizen that you could start to pay attention to. Maybe there's one particular charity in your local community that your business would like to get behind. Maybe as an individual, there's one particular passion you have for a charity where you could donate hours if you can't donate money. We have a responsibility to take care of the planet that we are gifted with, to pay attention so that other people may enjoy it and their attention might be invested in these wonderful resources we have. So I want to challenge you, can you be a really conscious, intentional global citizen and pay attention to what matters around you? You see, I believe that when we pay attention, attention pays. If we're not connected on social media, let's fix that. You can follow me on Twitter, or if you want to see my adventures, jump onto Instagram. And there are hundreds of articles you can download for free at neenjames.com. Remember, when you pay attention, attention pays.